Welcome to NFL News Update, where touchdowns meet headlines. Stay in the game with the freshest NFL updates. This is your quick dive into football fervor.
5 bold predictions for 2024 NFL Draft. Texas DT Byron Murphy, a top 10 pick. The 2024 NFL Draft is a few days away, and scouts are buzzing over the 2024 class. Evaluators have finished their scouting reports as teams finalize their draft boards earlier in the week. After exchanging a few texts with scouts and coaches around the league, here are some bold draft predictions to keep an eye on. The top 3 quarterbacks come off the board within the first 3 picks. Since the beginning of the pre-draft process, nearly every mock draft has featured USC's Caleb Williams, LSU's Jaden Daniels, and North Carolina's Drake May coming off the board 1 to 2, 3 in some order. While the jury is still out on whether the Commanders pick Daniels at no 2, the Big Three are in a different class than their peers: Michigan's J.J. McCarthy, Washington's Michael Penix Jr., and Oregon's Bo Nix, and the draft will reflect the league's view on their talent disparity. As evaluators select prospects based on performance projections at the next level, it is essential for blue-chip quarterbacks to possess a superpower that sets them apart from the pack. Williams, improvisational playmaking ability; Daniels, elite passing and running skills; and May, prototypical size, athleticism, and arm talent, are traditional first-round talents who would earn top 10 grades in any draft class. Though I believe Penix Jr., arm talent, should be included in the discussion, the Washington standout's injury history overshadows his potential as a QB1 in meeting rooms. UCLA's Laiatu Latu will be the most dominant defender from the 2024 class. The UCLA standout might not come off the board as the first pass rusher selected in this year's draft, but Latu will be the unanimous selection for the best defender in the draft when we review the 2024 class in a few years. As an explosive pass rusher with an expansive toolbox that features an array of maneuvers, Latu is a potential double-digit sack artist from the time he steps onto the field as a rookie. From his explosive first-step quickness to his dynamic closing burst and violent hand-to-hand combat skills, he is one of the rare pass rushers capable of winning with force or finesse off the edge. With teams desperately looking for playmakers with splash play potential, the UCLA standout displays the traits that routinely lead to Pro Bowl honors and impressive individual accolades. Byron Murphy will be a surprise top 10 selection. After flying under the radar for most of the pre-draft process, the Texas product will be confirmed as an elite prospect as a top 10 pick. Murphy displays impressive tools and playmaking skills as a disruptive interior defender. The 6-foot, 297-pounder flashes heavy hands and quick feet, running over and around blockers at the point of attack. Murphy routinely blows past blockers with an explosive first step while displaying outstanding snap count anticipation and burst. Though his speed and quickness force blockers to pause, Murphy's overwhelming power produces the negative plays coaches covet from blue-chip defensive tackles. Given his potential impact as a destructive force between the tackles, Murphy should come off the board. Offensive tackles will dominate the first round. The 2024 draft is loaded with talent, but the offensive tackle class ranks above the rest. This year's collection of dancing bears on the edge will allow teams to fortify their offensive line for the next decade. While the class features a mix of candidates with the capacity to play on the left or right side, the lead shift towards a pass-centric focus has made it imperative to have a dominant run blocker/pass protector on each edge. As teams debate the pecking order with Notre Dame's Joe Alt, Oregon State's Talise Fuaga, Washington's Troy Fautanu, Penn State's Olumoyiwa Fashanu, Georgia's Amarius Mims, Alabama's J.C. Latham, Oklahoma's Tyler Guyton, and Arizona's Jordan Morgan vying for first-round consideration, the 2024 class could set a record for the number of blue-chip prospects selected in the first round. The league's newfound respect for nickel corners could change the draft landscape. The offensive shift towards 11 personnel, 1 back, 1 tight end, and 3 receivers has made it imperative for evaluators to search for defensive backs with skills specifically suited for the slot. The hybrid position requires defensive backs to possess the quickness and movement skills to shadow cat-quick receivers while also displaying the toughness and aggressiveness to mix it up as run defenders. With more teams also integrating defensive backs into the pass rush plan, the nickel corner has become a place for the decathletes on the field. In the 2024 class, the collection of cornerbacks and safeties with slot defender skills will enable more teams to employ various 5DB packages with bigs, safeties, and littles, cornerbacks, on the field. The need for variety could result in Iowa's Cooper DeJean, Alabama's Terrion Arnold, Michigan's Mike Sainristil, Georgia Tyke Smith, and Kamari Lassiter earning high marks as designated slot defenders for prospective teams. As more teams utilize nickel packages as their base defense, the value of slot defenders could soar over draft weekend.